What time is it? Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data I can on you. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Epilogue? Hi. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I reopened this game because I found out there was an ending that I did not know about that was added in this game. But I did not expect for there to be an epilogue? What is this going to be? Sorry, I'm adjusting the position of my mic. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Oh. We're back in this ending. I like how we found a chair out here. Oh wow, that's actually pretty. Very nice. Do I keep walking? Oh. Go against the storm. You can do it, Stanley. Oh, look at the full moon. Look at how pretty. Ah, now it's dawn. Beautiful. Oh, it's the... Oh. I want to know what that is over there, but... Hold on. I'll come back to you. Hold on. Is that the escape pod? My old friend. Oh, man. We've been through so much together. All right. Memory zone. It's like plugged in. Where does this wire go? Hello? Anybody home? Review the Stanley Parable 2, Cookie Nine's blog. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 was dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into a territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting, a welcome reprieve from... Oh, God. Sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review SNRAF3. Protected Post, Cookies Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Go Guy review. Piss Order 0999. Boblin, Go Guy. I like how there's like regular posts in 2012 and 2013 and then it just stops and then picks up in 2027. Man, you will never be satisfied. Button. Do they do anything? Jim. They all say Jim. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property to an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative divisions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Wow. Get on the green. Man, these people don't know what they're talking about. Jim. Could it be? No, wait.
Jim, Stanley. Stanley, Jim, Stanley,
That's me. That's my name they're saying. Oh. This must be a reference to something. Shoot, this looks familiar. Huh. Oh well. Figurine? Oh, there's so many. More. Down here? Oh, it's the two doors. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you. I did enjoy the new content. Yeah, nothing else to do but to interact with this computer. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. Return to Stanley. Return quarterly spiders. A door to spiders. Quarterly spiders. The Stanley Parable 3. Quarterly spiders. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say in it as well. Let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you restart the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something in return as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. All right, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We are going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Does it need to be the current time? Does it need to be? Can't it just be my favorite time? Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Quarterly spiders. Why is there a car? Wow. Well, here we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey, hold on. Where did my subtitles go?
Stanley decided to
go.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. So the ending. Oh yeah, this is back open again. Wonderful. I have a feeling I should go in there. Return to the expo hall. Hold on. Can I get back in there? Sure, we'll go back to the expo hall. This is how we get that achievement, right? I saw one of you that said my name. You will give me my achievement. You will give me my achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yeah? I got it! You
As you
can't
can
see
see,
it.
the machine is not
but-
working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
I did.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second
I fixed
ago.
it.
Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended.
Intended.
It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Finally, after all these years, I have achieved the impossible achievement. Okay. I'm not going to go
What
through
else? What
all
other
of this
exhibits
again.
haven't we seen yet?
If I were to go and get... Oh. You've been here already, dang it. Can I change the balloons?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
That one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Okay. Well, that should
Oh,
change.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No,
Nah.
I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay, here we go. New balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay,
Stanley
now on
decided
to
to go
what
to the
I
meeting room.
actually wanted
Perhaps
to
he had
do.
simply missed a memo.
Finally.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Screw you. Down the elevator.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Nah, I don't wanna.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did
Silly
Stanley
you.
do that? when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Hello? Hello?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Yep, sure is.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Just wanted to
It's
check.
still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
2845. Oh, come on. Well, sorry, man. You just... That's all you have to say to me? To criticize me?
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know. Natural born genius, I would say. Up.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor?
No.
No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
Who
The suspense
knows?
is killing me.
What could it be? It can't
My
be.
God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
God, I love this game.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait!
Oh?
No! I need more time to process.
Okay. Please hold.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Have you?
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Thank you.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Yes.
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Are you sure?
I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Well, I'll show you stale and repetitive.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
Schrodinger's
But the
boss's
suspense,
office.
the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
You're right.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Yeah.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting?
like a drum
you know,
roll.
Stanley? It seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years.
Yes.
And it's really all because of you. You're the one
I'm
who
a
took
genius.
this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
This is what makes
You're
the
a
Stanley
role
Parable
model,
so
you know?
great.
People look up to you, which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference
Oh,
for you,
really?
so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I
Oh.
know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good.
Wow.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
The world's healthiest human being. How we did it, the pyramids. The guy who went to Mars. Oh, God. An evening with world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Stanley Parables Stanley, tonight alive on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. World's first sentient machine. Doing great. Conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Remember, Stanley.
Okay,
Remember where
it
you
looks like
came
they're ready
from.
for you.
Your
Go get 'em.
coworkers. My coworkers who I don't think ever existed in the first place. I'm gonna get up on where this stage is, and it's just gonna be the boss's office again. The dude who came up with pizza. Wow! Are you kidding me? Up and down, up and down. Oh my god. This is just too much. And that's it. That's that ending. Okay, we are headed back to the cargo room.
All of this fired years ago.
Boop. Boop.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back.
Oh.
You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Wow, I really can't believe he's tempting me to jump off like that.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Okay, but what if I get closer to that floor before making the jump?
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Wait. Okay, let's do the same thing with the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone.
The cargo lift, yes. Oh,
No.
well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket.
I've got
Did
a
you know
bucket.
that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Wow. You're putting a lot of faith into this bucket.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Oh. Alright, there is one ending that I have not gotten, technically. Unfortunately, it is random chance. So I'm going to have to reset this game over and over again until I eventually get it. That is not it. This is just a shortcut to the Doris room up here.
When Stan...
Nope. Aha! Here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
It's the whiteboard ending. Dog mode? What? Bark? That's new. Dog mode? Well, there's the doors.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
It just turns my action button into a bark button. Oh, I'm so glad that I found that. Well, okay. As far as I know, that is everything. We have now seen pretty much all of the content, other than like a few tiny Easter eggs that are random chance. So, for real this time, thank you for watching Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. The Stanley Parable 4, now with added fire. Oh, but you're not gonna give me the cool title screen just because I did the expo again. Whatever. I am here again because I realized there was something that I did not do.
Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Okay, well this is gonna take me to the expo hall with the bucket, right?
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket?
Whoa.
Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Ah!
Stanley!
Oh my god!
Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk.
You can't
I
do
hope
this to
one
me.
day you can forgive me.
No. There's blood on the handle.
Later.
Okay, there is still 1 or 2 things that I haven't done here. I need to do all of this game's content. Sorry, it's required for me. Okay, this is Lunar of the Future here, coming at you while I'm editing this, because I gotta explain something real quick. So, you remember the jump circle Well, as it turns out, if you reset the game while you're in the jump circle while you still have jumps remaining, you keep the ability to jump indefinitely. Or at least until you close the game. Now, this may seem like a glitch, but the devs actually hid some secrets that are only accessible while the quote-unquote glitch is active. It's not a bug, it's a feature. The only problem is I had completely used all my jumps in my playthrough. You know, like a fool. I had to completely reset my save data in order to access this, but getting back to the point I was at wasn't that time consuming, so I thought it was worth it.
Begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun
Cool
was so
text.
far off the beaten path that it
Oh
seemed the
my
office
God.
had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun
Oh my
so far
God,
off the beaten
that
path
scared
that
me.
it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun
Oh
was so
my
far off the
God.
beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off
So
the
yeah,
beaten
I
path
activated
that it seemed the office had
the
begun
jump
was so
glitch.
far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path
I
that
love
seemed
it.
the office
Good
had
job.
begun
Good,
was so
wonderful,
far off the
wonderful
beaten
secret. Love it.
path that it
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes
Man.
some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna turn the lights on first.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
Let me
place
live my
hold? Stanley
dreams.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome!
Welcome.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good
I'm
for
so
you.
clever.
Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New
Content.
Always more content, more
Content.
more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you
Wow.
are.
For
we
me?
call this track Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it.
Yeah.
Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
This is my jam.
You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
That is probably really unpleasant to watch, actually. I'm sorry.
Now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams.
Chase your
But
dreams.
railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
I did it. Best song in the game. So this was in the original game too, but this opening hallway can be a little bit different sometimes, and I just found, another variation of it just loaded for me. Normally this is where the two doors would be, but it's been extended And now there's another hallway that's blue here, as you can see. And there's the 2 doors, but yeah, sometimes it can just give you an extra hallway for no reason. So we're back at the expo area, and you remember there was this sign leading up to Settings World Champion. So I have done that achievement off camera. Essentially just go into the settings and mess with every single setting so that it is set to every value at least once. And this door opens for the Settings Champion.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement.
Yeah!
Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity.
Bumpscosity.
What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Thank you. Thank you. Took a lot of hard work to get here, but here I am. As promised, bumpscosity. The options are 0, 1, 12, 50, 76, 100, and 1000. Likely doesn't do anything, but nice that it's there, you know? Another thing that I don't think I have tried is going back up the elevator with the bucket. Oh shit, I forgot to collect that.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
No.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was
Yeah.
pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Okay.
Bucket said nothing.
Well, in my heart, I know the bucket agrees with me. Oh, the figurine isn't there now, of course. Oh well, guess I'm coming back.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and
3.
over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him?
I don't
Once Stanley
understand.
had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
No, I want to stay here forever. Meh. Man, I wish it respawned the figurine. That's one of the reasons why I came here, and then I just forgot
the bucket
to.
had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
No, I want to go back up.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and
Yeah.
I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Soon you'll understand, Mr. Bucket. You'll see. Eventually. How can I make you see?
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion.
He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush.
What
he
if
told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence. Crushed
Come
by
on,
a wave
bucket.
of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
How can I make you understand?
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
How can I make you understand the magic of the number 3 button? I will make you understand. You'll see. You will see.
Ah, said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He
Yeah.
would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
You'll
For months,
understand.
He advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
There's a crystal ball over there. I bet if I had the jump glitch active, I could get over there and do something with that, maybe. I don't know. The storyteller. Maybe I can get over there too. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I think in the normal version of this ending, there might be something in this corner. I saw a screenshot of this whiteboard. There's like a check mark here. Like a box that could be check marked.
This was it.
3.
One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
This is like Stanley trying to convince Valve to make Half-Life 3. Please, don't you see the value in the number 3? Please, how can I convince you to count to the
There
number
was no
3?
one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved,
No,
uninteresting. He was a failure.
you can't do
And
this
in that
to
moment,
me.
Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding.
This is
The
the
bucket
worst
merely
day of
sat
my
there in
life.
his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
What a sad story. Brought a tear to my eye. Well, I think that may actually be the very last ending. Actually, no, we can get the bucket into heaven, I'm sure. I just realized that there is some additional dialogue. Well, not really dialogue, but additional things that can happen if you keep relaunching the game. And since I've reset my save data, we're gonna do just that. I don't care about the current time. Wait, what are you doing? You just told me the time is 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Last time you played, you also told me the time was 12. Which is more likely that you've started up this game at exactly midnight twice in a row, or that you're ignoring the prompt to correctly set the time. I think we all know which one is more likely. Do you not believe that setting the clock accurately is important? Do you think I would ask you to set the time if it wasn't vital to your experience with the Stanley parable? How reckless exactly do you think I am? This game wasn't easy to make. Do you think there was a time to add frivolous features with no meaningful impact? Sorry, I got a little worked up there. Look, I'll mark down right here that the time is exactly 12, but I'm placing my trust in you that you've actually started playing the game at exactly midnight twice in a row. And will you do me a favor? The next time you boot up the game and see this screen, please enter the honest, accurate time of day. We on the same page? All right, good. Okay, go play the video game. Now, I guess that's what I expected from you. 12. Again. After we had the whole talk about setting the clock to an actual time. Why? Why can't you just take a few seconds to set the clock? Is it simply laziness? Or is it that you hate adjusting video game settings? I guess it's possible that you actually just hate setting menus. Tell you what, let's settle this with a new slider. How much do you despise adjusting the settings of video games? It is a deep and profound hatred. You know, can I just say, regardless of your hatred for settings, I'm personally having a great time adjusting them. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. And just as a side note, in the epilogue, the escape pod is not here if you did not do the escape pod ending with the bucket, specifically. Hello?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Thank you. Okay, now the real reason why I'm recording right now is, you notice how the door to Stanley's office hasn't closed yet. Now, I have done the steps to get to heaven
all seemed to
before
melt
now.
away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
So now I should be able to input onto this computer and take the bucket into heaven. Yay! Button, 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 button. Though, as I thought, there is nothing different other than me having a bucket. I also don't have the stickers on the bucket anymore. How dare they take away my stickers? Another phone call? For me?
Hi, Stanley.
Oh, it's the
Just wanted to leave you a
same
message to
one.
let you know there's a few.
We are back in the comedic timing ending now. And because I have the
can
jump
feel
glitch
it.
on, I can get
This
on
time,
top of this
I'm
gate
really going
here.
to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous.
we can fall.
How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
There is actually a soundscape out here. Believe it or not. Huh. Kind of doubt I'm gonna be able to get back up there. So maybe I'll just reset, oh, I can flip into this apparently. Maybe I'll get back to this point and see if I can go into the vent. Okay, we're back. We're going in the vent. Oh. Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing down here. I see. Well, worth a shot. So, for real this time, thank you for watching Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I love this video game. I'm very sleepy. I need to go to sleep. Bye-bye.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.